Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Anniversary and our Night Elf Priest. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are entering Uldaman. There are a ton of quests to do. There's our world buff again, which should be very interesting to all be having a world buff as we go into the dungeon itself. But most of us are here. Our healer is not. We are DPSing for today. Our healer should be showing up shortly. We're going to try to grab some things on the way in. We're going to do a couple of the quests on the outside of the dungeon first. I know that there's some fungus we have to pick and some urns we have to find while we're inside here if we can. The stuff on the outside should be pretty easy to deal with. And we'll have to do a little bit of healing before our actual healer gets here. Hopefully our healer does stick around. They said that they were here primarily for the Master Enchanter, who is kind of buried within the dungeon itself, I think. But yeah, and I don't think we have all the quests either. There's some that we're missing. But that is okay. I did check the rewards that we get from the quests, and I think we have the most important ones. There's nothing too crazy that comes out of Uldaman as far as upgrades go. There's like some necklaces that we can get or something that we don't actually need. So we've already upgraded our neck twice recently. So probably not going to be necessary. But there's a couple of pieces we can grab inside the dungeon, and we'll be getting a ton of experience from completing all the quests and the dungeon itself. So one of which it looks like we can actually turn in right now with Hammertoe Grez. We've been looking for him. Yes? I'm sorry, I feel so weak. Can you come closer, priest? Rydell sent ya? Muradin be praised, that boy's not as slow in the head as I once thought. You're brave to come into Uldaman for me, priest. If you're really here to help, old Hammertoe, then you'll need to find me amulet. Deep Shadow's got it. Margargan Deep Shadow. He's around here, in the ruins for sure. That amulet will lead him right to the scrolls if we ain't stopped. It's up to you, Elindria. Please get that amulet. The scrolls will surely help the Dark Irons create even more powerful golems. I just know it. I can feel it in my bones. Alright, we've grabbed that. Everybody's kind of pushing forward quite quickly. We are going to do a couple of the things over in these well, I can't really show you on the map, but there's some other chambers that we can go into outside of the dungeon. It looks like our healer is here now as well, so we're going to grab this fungus if we can. Some of this stuff we can do after the dungeon is complete. Doesn't necessarily need to be done right this second. And I think we can handle ourselves for some of these, like the rest of these magenta caps and maybe the urns as well that are scattered about these hallways. And we're going with Shadow today as well. We're going to do the same strategy we did in Razorfen Downs. We're going to coat all of our packs that we pull with Shadowward Pain, and then we'll try to finish them off with Mind Blast to try to trigger Spirit Tap. That seemed to work out really well last time, and so we're going to try to do that again. check, make sure I'm not missing any urns or caps. Might find some urns in these halls. Random greens have been dropping here and there. I don't think we've gotten anything or seen anything special. Yeah, we're over in the North Common Hall is what it's called. So we're going to be looking for reclaimed treasures in here, and I think there is a tablet that we're looking to interact with. Yeah, the collection of power stones is something else. Yeah, so we need this chest as well. Crom's Stout Arms chest. Let's loot this. So we've got that. Perfect. Looks like we're heading back, so we're not clearing out the rest of this room despite there being a cap and an urn in here. But that's okay. Those can spawn in other areas that are easier to manage for a single person. At level 43, all of these enemies outside the dungeon should be fairly easy to handle by ourselves, I think. Which way are we going now? Is there something down here that we need? Yeah, Hammertoe's amulet. Let's see if we can clear out this room. This room would be more difficult to handle as a single player. Did pick up the Shattered Necklace quest. That is good. You have found a tarnished necklace, though the tarnished belly belies intricate and magical craftsmanship. The necklace has been shattered, as its setting appears to be missing 3 gems. On the underside of the necklace is a faint imprint of the city seal for Ironforge. Below the seal are 3 tiny engraved letters, TDK. If there's anything to be gleaned from the necklace, you will need to learn about its origins. Perhaps the seal and the initials are a start. Okay, so we got another quest, which is great. Somebody left the group. I did not realize. That is not good. Let's open up the ancient chest. Yep, so we got the tablet from this. And oh yeah, that was our tank that left. That's not great. I don't like the vibes. That is strange. Alright, well, let's focus on getting the necklace first, and we'll kind of figure out what we need to do from there. Alright, our new tank finally got here. Is a Night Elf Druid. He's only level 42, so that might make things a little bit complicated. We'll see. He might be getting hit pretty hard, but our healer is level 50, so that definitely helps. 50 is quite high for this dungeon, but 42 is also quite low. Yeah, that was a very interesting interaction with that tank. I don't like the vibe. While we were waiting, because there was some time in between, about like, I don't know, like 15 minutes or so, we did take care of the urns outside real quick. Just kind of slowly over the course of that 15 minutes. We picked up some magenta, I think they're called the magenta caps or whatever, the fungus caps. We still need more of those, so we'll get those later, as well as the power stones. Of course, we need a ton of power stones still. Let's try to ping off of these healing wards and totems if we can. We're probably more suited to do that with our wand. And we're finally going to get things going. I'm definitely happy about. I was surprised how quickly the group got together, but it took. It was very quick to get everybody into the party, but not very quick to get everybody to the actual instance itself. Straggler get away from us, so he's probably going to bring some other people over. And we have not been very lucky with our spirit tap, so I have to stop for some mana here in a second. Stop here and drink. It's quite a large pull. We've been traded mid-fight. It's always fun. It's hard to get a specific target here. We keep ripping a threat off. Yeah, I also wasn't sure about the Amulet of Secrets either that we were told to get. I did see it on our map in that one little section that we were in, but I couldn't figure it out. I did go back there just to try to see if I could find out what was happening. Let's ping off these totems. These are quite nasty. The healer's doing a great job of pinging them as well. We're doing pretty good. The group's been very talkative so far too, which has been nice. Had a lot of chatting back and forth so far, which has been nice. Alright, so we have hit the Vikings here. I'm going to complete these real quick because these guys are going to be moving really fast. So we've got the Hidden Chamber quest here. I thought there was something that we had to pick up here. Yeah, but maybe not. And whenever we're in these cavern type areas, we really got to pay attention to the fungus as well, because there could be more that shows up. And the more that we can collect with the group, the better. Coming up to our first boss here in Revelash, as well as another gigantic pole we are going to have some trouble with. Let's focus on the totems. Looks like Revelash is almost dead himself. Healer's got a ton of mana she's not currently using right now. There we go. Good. We've got Revelash's Gloves of the Monkey. Not for us, obviously. I think those gloves can be a random stat, which is why it's like cloth. And also weird. Like with weird stats, I think the stats on it are completely random. Big pull here. These are non-elites. I think most of them are. Let's pop Fade because we're going to need it. fungus cap over here in the corner. Yeah, we've actually, this is our 9th, I think, so we're actually pretty close. We did get hit with a disease, but luckily we can cure that ourselves. So that's good. Got another big pull here. If there are any casters, we can deal with them too if we need to. Try to get these lava spout totems out of the way. So hopefully somebody has the pieces that we need. It looks like the tank does. To activate the keystone and have the next boss come out.
None may steal the secrets of the Makers.
Ironaya, I think. That's right, we used Abolish Disease. We gotta make sure that we get back into shadow form. Two star shards here. Oh my god, our star shards are gigantic. I didn't realize they would scale with the size of the enemy. That's cool. Tank probably has enough threat, so I can use Mind Blast. Star Shards is surprisingly good. It's got Bracers of Agility, Mail Piece. Don't need that. I'll just greed for him. Double checking all of the corners of the room here for any more fungus. Don't see any. Big scorpion pole. All these beautiful shadow word panes out. Let's get that fade out, and then we'll try to get some of these off if we can. Definitely drinking a lot more of this run than the Razorfen Downs run, but our poles are also a lot bigger here in Uldaman, especially with all the non-elite enemies that are of a greater number. I think we've also upgraded our Shadow Word Pain, if I'm not mistaken, since the last time we were here. So I mean that would certainly have an impact as well. Move over to my Whispers chat window. I have this specifically for not just whispers, but also party chat without, like, clogging it with all the other messages that come up in the general tab normally. So many enemies. I'm so surprised how easily our tank has had it so far. I mean, maybe he's not. Maybe he doesn't have it that easy. Maybe our healer is just doing a really good job of keeping everybody up. Looks like she could use some help, though. Oh, that is a nasty, nasty silence. Not good. Let's help her out. One of the things I love about Classic is just having the ability to back people up when things go wrong. Can't really do that in retail nowadays. Like the Shadow Priest in like a dungeon group in retail can't just like start healing, like off healing. Might be some tanks that could help with that, but especially the druids in the group. I know druids for a classic get a lot of flack at like max level for endgame content since they don't specialize in anything. They're not particularly good at anything either. In a lot of people's eyes, but man, from a leveling perspective, having a person in the party that could do literally anything at any moment, regardless of what spec they are at that given time, is so cool. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite class fantasies in Classic. For that reason. Doesn't matter what spec you are, you can just start doing stuff. Let's get back in the shadow form here. Feels like nobody else is looking for the mushroom caps. I feel like we've been the only ones, but here's the Master Enchanter for our healer. I hope that she doesn't just dip out on us after we pick this up. So that would be unfortunate. I think our healer is disciplined, so I can't really buff anybody right now with our fortitude since hers is going to be stronger. I love the communication. It's hard for me to keep up with how much people are talking right now. There's a lot of good stuff in here. We'll let her do her thing for a minute before we press on. Yeah, I've never done enchanting before. So like, obviously like having this master enchanter be in the middle of a dungeon, it's so flavorful and cool. It's obviously inconvenient, but I think it's really cool. You have to kind of go out of your way to find your profession master. While we wait, this is going to be a rough pull. Let's remove that. I don't see any. The other thing I didn't notice too is that our dispel doesn't have a cooldown associated with it. We can just kind of use it whenever we want, which is also nice. I know retail has a cooldown for that too. Looks like the paladin's helping us heal as well. Since the priest is over leveled too, I'm kind of doubting that they're going to need any gear from here, most likely. So we might have a decent opportunity to get whatever drops in here for ourselves. I know there's an upgrade for pants that comes off of a certain boss, and Arcadis at the end, I believe, drops a ring with like random stats on it. Or has a chance to drop that ring at least. So we'll see what that looks like. Oh, we're Shadow. I guess we should be switching over to our Blackbone wand. I totally forgot. That's gonna mess me up a lot, I think, just remembering to switch between wands whenever we respec. We were just playing Holy while we were leveling, and I'm still probably gonna go back to Holy for a bit. See if the Paladin wants to continue to heal for us. Fade here. Didn't realize how many non-elite pulls there were in Uldaman. There's a ton. Got the Ancient Stonekeeper here. I think this is like a mini boss of sorts. I see, I didn't even realize he's like creating this cloud around us. It's like constantly silencing us. Looks like our healer might be back. Rock Shard Pauldrons. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get anything off of this keeper that we needed. Let's get our new food on our bars too. We're done with the tasty lion steaks. Now we're moving over to the soothing turtle bisque. Forgot that we had this elixir of wisdom. We can throw this up now as well. That we got from the paladin. That was very nice. Uldaman is one of the more confusing dungeons for sure. One of the ones that you could easily get yourself lost in. It's always good to have people that know where they're going. Especially if you're looking for that Master Enchanter, so hopefully if you're here for that as well, at least we've covered that too. Yeah, that's the tank linked the ring that drops off of the last boss, and it has like a bunch of agility on it, as you can see there. But I think the stat's random. Moving through some caves again. Got a big scorpion pole. Don't know. Big shadow word pain damage. It's a nice fun niche to have, I guess. Yeah, it's like, imagine you're in this room right now. Where do you go if you're not familiar with the dungeon? 4 different exits. That's crazy. Yeah, there might be a boss over here. We still haven't encountered there's like a dwarf boss in here, I believe. It might be down this way, I'm not sure. Let's pop a fade. Bring him off of us. is also, by the way, definitely a dungeon where we are probably only going to run this once. Running this a second time is probably going to be a bit too much. We can get some power stones off of these Shadow Forge dwarves. I just haven't seen any yet. Just the way the loot works in Classic sometimes is that if they have a chance to drop the power stones and there are other people in the group that need those power stones as well, it's kind of like whoever gets to the mob first. It's like lootable by everybody if there is a quest item associated with that enemy. Which can definitely make it difficult as a ranged class in particular when you're in the back and you can't get to the enemy quick enough. Sometimes your mob gets looted for the quest items that you need until everybody else in the group has kind of gotten what they need out of it. Okay, here we go. Galgan, Firehammer. This guy might have something that we need. I don't remember what he drops.
By Thor's of spirit, slay them!
Yeah, there are some shoulders. Let's target the geologist here since there's a skull. I will try to use silence if we believe that we need it. It's going to do much for us there. I suppose we should be using Vampiric Embrace on these bosses. So he didn't drop the shoulders. I don't think the shoulders were really going to be that much of an upgrade for us anyway, though. I don't think it was going to make a difference, or a big enough difference at least. Our shoulders are still very, very good. Don't see any fungus caps in here. That is another boss down. I think this is the side entrance. Polling hole room. Okay, that is ambitious, but our healer seems to be ready for it, so. Let's not get too crazy just yet. Let's pop Fade preemptively here. Let's start focusing down some targets. The enrages here are a little bit scary. I'm curious to know like how much Vampiric Embrace is actually healing. It wasn't a lot there, but we had like tagged an enemy very late. Yeah, it looks like Big Nar, the other paladin, has been helping out with some side healing. Oh, it looks like, yeah, he looks like he's spec'd into Holy, so he must be... yeah, he must be, he actually must be a tank most of the time. or a healer. The holy spec is so interesting because you can deal some decent damage, especially after you get holy shock. This is gonna be, this one's gonna be another, I feel like I've been saying this the whole run, but this is a wild and outrageous pull. These are all elites. Let's fade. Let's silence the caster at least. Shadow Word Pains up, and they're already out. We're already out of mana too. Of course, the warrior is definitely going to excel here. Oh, I don't have any mana. That's it. That's all the mana I got. There's our tank. There he is. Yeah, piece of cake. That wasn't problematic at all. We have not used our resurrection once, but it looks like our healer is going to use it anyway, so we won't even get the chance. Yeah, what a pull. That was very, very crazy. Yeah, and I can tell the other paladin was helping, was chipping in as well with some healing. And everyone's getting healed back up. And this might not be the side entrance that I was thinking about. That might be in a different section of the dungeon. This could be, yeah, this could be the Trog boss that we're missing. There's still one back here. A bit low. We started drinking at least before the poll, so it's fine. We'll get some of our mana back. We'll come in a little bit late. Interrupt Grimlock here. Let's get Vampiric Embrace up on him. Can I use Vampiric Embrace on more than one target? Is another question that I am unsure about. I'm about to find out. Got one on the Basilisk here. Yeah, it looks like it maintained, the buff maintained on Grimlock himself. So that's good. I'm so curious to know how much healing we actually did. It's not bad. But unfortunately, no items came from Grimlock. I think he might have actually had our pants. If I'm not mistaken. Our healing was not that bad through Vampiric Embrace on that. It's actually very solid for what it does. I feel like on a longer boss fight, you know, as we take on the higher level dungeons, it'd probably be pretty impactful. I'm gonna double check AtlasLoot here. So Grimlock. Oh no, he had a vest. Yeah, he had this interesting vest that, you know, we just made the Robe of Power, so I feel like I would have stuck with the Robe of Power anyway, just because we just made it. But that was another potential option that we could have gotten there. Arcadis has the finger, and we probably missed out on the pants. Okay, yeah, so Ironaya had the pants we were looking for, but she dropped the bracers instead, I believe. That staff that she drops is like a strength and stamina staff. It actually probably would be pretty good for our druid friend here as a tank, because it has a ton of stamina on it. Alright, so no loot, except for like maybe potentially whatever we can get from Arcadis, whatever that ring is, and whatever we get from quests, which might not actually be anything crazy. I feel like Uldaman is a dungeon that I mostly come for the experience, because there's like so many dungeon quests to complete in Uldaman compared to most other dungeons. And dungeon quests tend to have a ton of experience attached to them. Oh, there's a mushroom over here. I feel like we haven't seen one in a long time. We just need one more of these. So if we can just notice one more. I think we're at the point in the dungeon where we're going to start to look to head over to the final boss, which is a long trek. The final boss, it's quite the gauntlet to go through. We have to carve out quite a large path to get there. We can take this time to see what other quests we need. We obviously still need the power stones. We literally have like none. We have one. We can potentially do that outside the dungeon if it makes sense. Amulet of Secrets, I still don't understand how to get that one, so that one we might end up skipping because that's going to be hard to get by ourselves. Read Balog's journal, explore the hidden chamber, then report to Prospector Stormpike. I don't know if we explored the hidden chamber yet. I don't know what constitutes the hidden chamber. Let's throw out a greater heal. That was a lot of incoming damage. Our healer is going to need help. only doing fear, but I feel like it was necessary. This might end up being a full wipe. Nobody's got mana left. It was too much. Too much, and we didn't focus. All good. We've been having pretty good luck so far with all these gigantic pulls. There's been so many pulls in this dungeon that I just assumed we were not going to get out of, or I was at least questioning it heavily. One of them was bound to get us. And yeah, I think we ran into some sort of patrol that we weren't expecting. Totally fine. As confusing and as, like, big as Uldaman is, I feel like the dungeon is kind of centered around some winding paths that go above and below each other in some cases, I feel like. So it's not like, it doesn't take terribly long to get from, like, the entrance to, like, where we just were, for example. I don't think it's going to be, like, a crazy hike. So it shouldn't be too bad. It looks like our tank is trying to go to the bathroom, but everybody else seems to be pushing ahead. Yeah, we haven't had a wipe in a while, too. I remember the last time we wiped on the priest. Let's make sure we get our find herbs back up, too. I always forget this. We die so infrequently that I always forget to put find herbs back up. Oh, you know what? This might be the hidden chamber. Yeah, okay. Almost, yeah, almost, completely forgot about that. Oh, maybe the tank has us on follow. Yeah, okay. Let's keep him close by. We don't want him to die. I always forget about the follow feature. Oh, here's our last mushroom cap. I always forget that you can just follow people. Uldaman Rage and Run. Yeah, I don't think we can share this one because it's part of a chain, so I don't think that would work out. And yeah, that should be every... It's been like confusing so far, but that should be every quest completed besides the Power Stones. So if we want to gather up the Power Stones, we definitely can. It just might take some time, but it's something that we have the choice to skip if we want to. Alright, yeah, we're already back where we were. Not too bad. Get that elixir up again. Yes, maybe we can do stuff with the tank afterwards. I gotta see how much time I have for today. As I say this, I get a text. Literally seconds after. Yeah, probably not going to be sticking around. We'll have to handle the Power Stones in the next episode, probably, if we want to continue with them. Although we've been doing a lot of Badlands recently, so maybe I'll spend some time clearing out our quest log a bit, because we do have some green and some gray stuff that can be turned in. We're also going to be level 44 very soon, and we haven't entered any level 40 zones yet, like Daenerys or Hinterlands or Feralis. There's a lot. We have a lot of options now. So that might be. It might not be a bad idea to do a little bit of a traveling trip around to complete some of this stuff. And I'm probably gonna remove the Arathi Highlands based stuff, especially the Stromguard related things. I think we'll end up just removing those from our log. Yeah, I think we'll definitely skip out on the rest of Arathi. We've done enough there. Definitely have done a decent amount. Entering the Hall of the Crafters. Big temple door. Yeah, and here we've got a lot of stuff to kill before we actually get to the last boss. In our mini-map here, this last chamber is all that we need. Whatever's left in this section of the map, but this last section is going to take a little bit of time, I think. The shadow damage from our wand is affected by Vampiric Embrace. It's always hard to tell because whenever we use it, we always have Shadow Word Paint up usually. It looks like it doesn't though, because we don't have Shadow Word Paint up right now. It's not really doing anything. So we've got like, so we've got one more pole over here on the right, and then we've got this kind of mini event here within the temple here. Getting full mana. Yeah, I guess once this little event starts, we can't really stop it, so probably a good idea. I think we get hit with a golem at each point, plus like some extra little guys maybe. Could be thinking of the boss itself down below. I think only 3 people need to channel into this, so level 46. Yeah, these guys are getting a little bit tougher. They explode. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's see. Oh my. Yeah, that is a lot. Alright, yeah, we'll definitely use Vampiric Embrace here. Our Shadow Word Pain will do a little bit of healing. It won't be anything too crazy, but we could throw in some other shadow spells too. Let's just throw another shield at ourselves, so we can take some of that damage. This time we'll just use our wand just so we can gain some mana back. We'll let Blessing of Wisdom do its thing. And we will also not take any damage. And the Stonekeeper explodes. These longer dungeons are always it's always tricky to find people that'll stick around for a certain amount of time, because I mean we've been here for quite a long time already. just because it's tricky to navigate. There's so much trash to get through. And we got the suggestion that we had from the hunter as well, that this is, well, the warrior in the group, suggested that we pull the boss back into this room once we clear up to him. And that's exactly what we ended up doing with the orc hunter that we had in the previous anniversary playthrough. And that was really interesting to see. We were like a severely underleveled group in that run as well. And it really helped deal with the ads. We basically didn't have to deal with the ads. Or we were able to delay them once we pulled the boss all the way back into this room. It was a fun little trick that we could potentially be doing here as well. We'll see if the tank knows about it. And yeah, man, we're gonna have so many quests to turn in. Let's try to get the green ones turned in first, since I'm not sure which ones will be turning gray once we hit level 44. Actually, we might even be hitting level 44 before that. There is a quest that we can pick up called the Platinum Discs at the end of the run that gives us a hefty chunk of experience. That might push us over the edge. I will not be reading out everything for that quest, just because it is, you know, this particular episode is going to be long enough already, and but I encourage you to look up the Arcadis related stuff on YouTube somewhere, or I'm sure that the text that he gives you when you speak to him is posted somewhere online. It's just it's really cool, but it is so long. It is it's quite the read. When it comes to quests in general, it might be one of the longest longest running dialogues from an NPC that you can get in the whole game. There's so much lore to Uldaman. It's such an important place that helps explain the Titans and some of that early stuff that you need to know if you're like getting into WoW lore, or if you're just starting to. Let's go ahead and get rid of... I don't mind holding on to the Stranglethorn Veil stuff, because we'll probably return there and do some of this stuff in Booty Bay. And these quests are both turned into the same guy, Krasik. Hints of a New Plague, we're dropping this one. We tried finding the messenger that paths in between Goshek Farm in Arathi Highlands and Tarad Mill within Hillsbrad, and it is just not going to work out. And then all the Stromgar related stuff. I guess I'll hold on to the Stones of Binding just in case. But the Stromguard stuff I'm not going to bother with. I think it's a Stromguard as well, but we'll just drop it anyway. Still have this gray quest that we can turn in Narcissus. I want to turn this in even if we're not going to get that much experience from it. Just because we can vendor either of these weapons for a decent amount. We'll take whatever gold we can get. We're sitting at just under 40. We should have 40 gold by the time this is done. And we sell all this stuff, of course. Which is great. We'll have another tailoring episode soon, I think. If we can afford to purchase some Mage Weave to kind of catch us up. And then we can also, I think we're at the point now where we can also pick up our artisan professions now as well. We should be able to afford those. Some will require some quests, like cooking and first aid, but herbalism we can get right away, and tailoring we can probably get right away too. We just need to find a tank is taking a while to get back, so we'll have the paladin. I mean, the paladin's already spec'd into protection anyway, so this might be a little bit of a pull. But these are non-elites, so they should also go down like relatively quickly. Shield myself to help out our healer. Yeah, I keep hearing this thing about a bag as well. I guess there's a bag drop that might come from the Platinum Discs quest once we pick it up and turn it in. I mean, it would be nice. We can definitely take a bag. We need to make some Mage Weave bags ourselves. We're long overdue, I think, at this point. Different music in this room. I like this vibe a little bit more. It's got the same it's got like the Black Rock Mountain kind of theme, but without all the, you know, ambience of the you know, lava surging throughout the place. It's got Righteous Fury on now. So let's focus down all the little guys first. I'll give him a second. Knockdown's not fun. Stone Carver, perfect. We have Vampiric Embrace up, and we can help about the healing a little bit. Unfortunately, paladins don't have taunts, so this guy's just going to be glued to us. Gone through a lot of buff food, that's for sure. Gone through a lot of water too. Jeez, probably a whole stack at this point. Guess we've been in here for a while. Give him a little ping. He's been away from his, he's been AFK for quite a bit. I do think that we can do this without him, especially since we do have our other two DPS being quite bulky. I think both the warrior and the paladin should be tanky enough. He was a bit lower level anyway. But I think we, the extra healing from us as well should be helpful. We'll just have to be cognizant of our mana, and we'll have to really save our mana dumps for whenever the ads come up if we do decide to pull him back. But it looks like he might actually be back. I mean, I don't mind running with the others. It's not really going to make too much of a difference where we stand. Just ready check it. Forgot that I could do that as the party lead. And everyone seems to be on board with bringing him up. I don't know if the tank knows yet, but maybe he just... Okay, yeah, now he knows.
Yes, awake, Arcadus. Who dares the wrath of the Makers?
Yeah, let's get back. Oh boy, yeah, that's scary. Yeah, 47. Bit out of our range for our tank, but I think he's, in fact, I think he's red to him potentially at 5 levels. Oh, I'm getting whacked. Let's pop fade. Alright, we're okay here. Alright, so we're going to start wanding. We'll let our mana come back a little bit. We do have Vampiric Embrace and Shadow Repaint up. We will refresh Shadow Repaint when it goes down. He's got a ton of health, as you can see. But whenever the adds do come up, we will focus on them. Yeah, this is where Vampiric Embrace is actually going to be really nice. Didn't even see that Custodian there. And yeah, I guess the point of this is that the ads just kind of trickle in. They die very fast though, so I guess we shouldn't really even be that worried about it, to be honest.
Ye servants, defend the discs.
And the warrior just one-shot that one. But there might be some bigger ads maybe that it would be helpful for them to trickle in. Just the smaller ones I'll let the melee handle. So far he's going down nicely. Oh, our healer's chipping in DPS as well. Top in the charts right now. Alright, we can afford to use a little bit more mana now that he's starting to get pretty low.
To my side, brothers. For the makers.
Let's start dumping some more mana into him. I don't know if his ads that he has despawn or not when he goes down. Hoping that's the case. I'm missing all of our spells because he's a bit higher than us. Oh wow. Arcade, yeah, wow, that is a wild ring. That is a wild ring. And we won it. Wow. And unfortunately, healer rolled a 4 on that one. We only rolled a 37, but yeah, the Arcadic Stone of the Owl, 8 Intellect, 9 Spirit. That can replace the Dragon Claw Ring. Jody Intellect, yeah, it's so interesting. I'll pass on the chest, that's fine. Great run. And we came out with a ring. A very powerful ring. Yeah, we'll keep the Agamaggon's Clutch, I think, over Dragonclaw Ring. I don't think we need that anymore. Let's pick up the discs of Norganon. GG all. Very, very good run. Yeah, so basically we just speak with the Stone Watcher next to us for this one. And he tells us like a ton of stuff that we just kind of skip through for the most part. You'll see what I mean in a second, but I can hit spacebar here with our dialogue UI add-on. And there is just pages and pages and pages of stuff. Let's see, did we actually finish it? I remember it being longer than that. Learn what lore the Stone Watcher has to offer. Did we not get it? I think he's just like gone now. Incomplete. Interesting. Can I drop it? Pick it back up? He might have like despawned from somebody else who picked him up or something. Let's see if we can skip through this. Yeah, this is much longer. This is what I assumed it was. Okay, there we go. We have learned what we needed. And yeah, let's get out of here. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't forgetting anything, but I don't think we are. So let's use our Hearthstone. We'll get back to Menethil, and I think we're just going to call it a day from here. It's been quite a while. There's some other things that I need to get done for today as well. Some personal stuff. So that was Uldaman. We will spend the next episode turning in quests for Uldaman, since we have a bunch. We'll also spend time at our trainer, since we'll be at level 44, and we can pick up some new upgrades. Maybe we can go to Narcissus to do that, just so we can turn in the quest. It depends on where all the quest turn-ins end up falling. And maybe we'll have time for Power Stones as well, so we can wrap up literally all the quests that we need left for Uldaman before we can move on to maybe something new. There's some stuff that we still need to take care of in the Badlands. Some zones that we've already been in, like Stranglethorn and whatnot, but I'm ready to move on to something new. I'm ready for Daenerys, I'm ready for Feralis and the like, and the hinterlands and such. So yeah. Until next time, as always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's episode in Uldaman, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.